everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. As you guys know that I haven't been making videos like that consistently this year, and I've actually accumulated a lot of products that I haven't hauled, and I thought it'd be really interesting for you guys to sort of show you guys all like the stuff that I have bought. So this is going to be I obviously have bought a lot, and so I'm going to split it into my MAC, Sephora and I think high-end haul. So because I've already done a drugstore haul, and I've been filming my Beauty Joint and Cherry Culture hauls. So this is going to be my high-end haul, and I just want to first have a little disclaimer. I know this is really typical, but I have bought these over like 1 year, so please keep that in mind. And I also have 3 part-time jobs. My parents don't pay for any of this. I pay for everything with my own money, and I'm not getting paid to sort of, you know, mention any products or anything. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this high-end haul. So first of all, I bought a whole lot of Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes. I actually owned 0 before. I'll start off with is the one that I have in my hand, and it's actually the perfect, like, it's actually out of all the stuff that I have bought high-end, this has got to be the best. So I wanted to show you guys this first. I think this is my best purchase of the year, and it's Urban Decay's Naked Basics, and you guys all don't need any introduction to this. It's just a palette with all mattes except for one, and it's the most perfect everyday palette for me. I absolutely love it. I use this palette almost every day, and I use so I use Faint in my crease, Faint and Crave in my crease, and Naked 2 and Walk of Shame and on my lid. And I don't use Foxy and Venus as much, but I absolutely love this palette so much. It's got to be my favorite purchase of the year. So next I also bought the Smoked palette, and I absolutely love this palette so much. I love it more than I think the Naked palettes. It's just the most perfect palette. It's got all these gorgeous shades in it. They are so pigmented as well. Like, seriously, these are the most pigmented shadows I reckon. I also love the glide on pencil that comes with it. It's like really smooth and creamy, and I don't know why everyone complains with it not working. I find that it lasts perfectly well on my waterline and on my eyelid, and I absolutely love these too. So next I thought I might as well show these together, and these also need no introduction. These are Urban Decay's Naked palettes, and I have the Naked here and the Naked 2, and I really want to buy the Naked 3 palette, but I don't think I should. I really don't think I should. I've got so many shades already. So here is the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I actually prefer the Naked over the Naked 2 just because the shades are much more like wearable for my complexion. The tones in them, I don't know, I'm not too sure about the cool tone, warm toned terminology, but whatever tone the Naked one is in, it suits my complexion a lot more than the Naked 2 palette. But I do love the Naked 2 palette as well. I really like, I think it's called Werve and YDK, and I think this is either Busted or Hustle. Yeah, Busted. I love these shades so much. So I went into Makeup Direct the other week. I never usually buy stuff from Makeup Direct because I find that it's a little bit too expensive. The products that they have, you can buy them like almost half price online. But this eyeshadow palette caught my eye, and now this, I've actually depotted it into a Z palette, but I'll insert a photo of what the palette looks like from Makeup Direct. But I just thought this needs to be mentioned. Like, this palette was 40 New Zealand dollars, so, and for the price and the quality, I definitely think these eyeshadows are like high-end. I do consider them high-end because look at that, like, pigmentation. They are seriously really. So next I'm going to show you some really high-end products, and please don't hate me for hauling these. Please don't hate me for purchasing these. I purchased them over 1 year, like I said, and yeah, a lot of these things I also bought when they were on special off Strawberry Net, I think it is, when they have their daily specials, and sometimes they mark things down from like $60 to like $20. So a lot of these things were bought from there. Otherwise I'll be leaving everything that all the details and stuff in the down bar of where I actually purchased everything. So yeah, the first thing I wanted to show you guys is Chanel's Bronze Universal. So I bought this because I've seen so many beauty gurus here on YouTube rave about this product. It's such a like luxurious bronzing cream, and yeah, I've used it and I really enjoy it, but I have to say that I don't really use it as much anymore. I've been really loving my NYX bronzer, so I don't get so much use out of it, but I definitely don't continue on with the whole bronzer thing, and I'll show you guys all my bronzers. This is Guerlain's Terracotta Bronzing Powder, Moisturising and Long Lasting, and this is one of the ones I bought off Strawberry Net for $20. It was on special on their daily deals. I don't think you can get it at this price anymore, but I think it's like, it's only $40 on Strawberry Net right now. So this is a really luxurious bronzing powder. I really am not actually into the packaging of it. It's not that like luxurious, to be honest. This is what the bronzer looks like, and it's actually honestly not that luxurious. I actually just bought it because not just for it to look good, because my skin is really dry, and when I saw that this was a moisturizing bronzer, I was like, oh, I've got to get my hands on this because I have extremely dry skin. And yeah, I wanted to try this out, and I have to say that it is moisturizing, and it does fill out your pores really nicely, and I really like it. The only downside to it is that it is a little bit too orange, so I don't use this too often. So the next bronzer I have to show you guys, I actually don't know the name of it simply because it doesn't have the name on the packaging itself. It's a limited edition YSL bronzer, and it is really, the packaging of it is really stupid, and yeah, I think again this was also like $20 when it was on special on Strawberry Net, and I'm really glad I did buy it because it's such a unique bronzer. Like, I've used it so many times, but you actually cannot tell that I've even used it. Like, you can't tell I've used it. Like, it's so unique. Like, it's so finely milled and it's so pigmented. I really like this bronzer. I think it's far better than the Guerlain one, and I'm so glad I bought it. The only thing I really hate about it is the packaging. It's so chunky and like manly as well. So I also bought this YSL Touche blush, and when I first bought this I thought it was so like glittery. I just opened it and I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, I cannot wear this because it's so glittery. Although the color of it is really pretty, it's like this really peachy, yeah, it's a really bright peachy shade. The glitter was just far too like overboard for me, but once you put it on, once you pat it on, it just gives you such a beautiful finish like none other than a sort of powder brush will give you. It's just so beautiful. Like, I don't have the words to really explain this, but the finish of it is just beautiful, and the glitters also sort of fall off and it gives you this really beautiful sort of shimmery glowing look, and I really like this. I really regretted buying this at first and I didn't actually use it for a couple of months, and then I got it out and I wore it and I loved it so much, and I'm so glad I bought this. So the next two are really luxury items, and these were not bought on special. I hadn't bought any makeup for like a month almost, so I decided that I needed to splash out and buy something special. So I bought this Dior palette, and it looks like this. And I also bought this other Dior palette, which I don't know the names of any of these, and I'm not going to pretend I know the names, but this is what it looks like. And yeah, so they both come in like really luxurious packaging. I love the sort of velvet pouches that they give you with these palettes, and I actually really like one of these. So this is the first palette, and it has a blush, it has 4 eyeshadows, and I think a couple of lip glosses in here, which I'm not skilled enough to open. But yeah, I sort of kind of regret buying this eyeshadow palette, this palette, because I don't really know, I don't get that much use out of it. But I have to say, I absolutely love Dior eyeshadows. They are honestly the most like creamy, soft, and they're so like long lasting. Absolutely love Dior eyeshadows for that. I like this blush here as well. It can be a little bit it's a little bit orange. It doesn't look orange in the pan, but it looks a little bit orange when I put it on. And these like lip things here, I don't ever use them ever. So that's what I don't like about Dior palettes, is that they always have like 3-4 lip products. And even NARS, some of the NARS palettes as well, they have like 3-4 lip products, and I don't use the lip stuff, so I don't really you know, like that they include that. Here's the sort of eyebrow palette thing that I have, and second palette looks like, and it's got this sort of I think it's like an eyebrow cream or something, a primer and a couple of eyeshadows. I love this palette so much. I do not regret buying this one. It is so beautiful. It, like, all the shadows are like seriously beautiful. Like, they last really long. Dior eyeshadows will honestly last you the whole entire day. So that's the end of my sort of big palettes and big expensive like stuff that I don't need. The rest of these things are basically, they are high end, but they're not as expensive as the stuff that I've just shown. So yeah, these first two things are from Model Co, and this is Model Co's face base skin primer, and this is the pore minimizer. I love Model Co so much. I honestly feel like their face base is the best primer you can get. I've tried Smashbox Alaska, I've tried MAC, I've tried Chanel, I've tried what are other brands? I've tried NYX, I've tried Rimmel, I've tried like so many like brands out there, and this has honestly got to top every single primer I've tried ever. It's just the best. So this was my first purchase with Benefit, and it was Benefit's Hoola bronzer. I was actually so skeptical about buying this because I thought it was just one of these, like one of those really hyped up products on YouTube, and I actually don't really like the packaging of these Benefit box blushes, but I decided to actually buy this on a whim. I think after an exam, I had like just sat a really bad exam, and I was like, you know, and I went into Smith & Co's, and I was like, you know, need to feel good, and I bought this. But I definitely don't regret buying this. I think it's a really good contouring shade, and I really like it. I do think my NYX matte bronzer is slightly better, but yeah, this is actually pretty good for what I thought it was. Next I bought this Too Faced Bronzed and Poreless bronzing powder, and I love this so much. It says it's pore minimizing or pore perfecting, and I absolutely do agree with it. This is such a versatile bronzer, like I'm not even kidding. I can use this to contour, as a blush, I can use this as a bronzer, I can use it as a setting powder as well. I just think it's perfect. I love this bronzer so much. Next to my Urban Decay Basics palette, I think these two have to be my favourite purchases this year. Oh, and the Beauty Blender. I love it so much. So speaking of the Beauty Blender, I also bought the Beauty Blender, and I consider it to be higher end because it's like $30 for a sponge. So I think that is high end. I don't regret buying this. I absolutely love it. This is another product that I thought was overhyped and I did not need, but once I bought it, I fell in love, and I don't use anything else to put my BB cream on, and I absolutely love it. I have Sexy Mama from the Balm, and it is a translucent powder, and it's just like a setting powder, and I bought this off Strawberry Net, and I haven't used it yet, so I don't have much to say about it. I'm trying to use up one of my drugstore translucent powders. Next I have a brush, and this is NARS. I think, I'm not too sure what this is called, but NARS's Contour Eater brush, something like that. I'm not too sure, but this is perfect to contour with, and I bought it because I've seen Shaniqso using this so many times, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to buy it, and I don't regret it. It's actually just so much easier to contour with this brush. So the last things are all from Bobbi Brown, and I bought Bobbi Brown's Corrector in medium to dark bisque, but I actually cannot find it. This is my old one. This is dark bisque here. I don't know where my medium to bisque is gone. It's gone walkabout, but I absolutely love this corrector so much. I think that I actually know that the medium to dark bisque is a better match for me, but this one is also really good. I absolutely recommend them for if you have really dark under eyes. So next I have these two Bobbi Brown lipsticks, and they are in the shade Soft Rose and Sandwash Pink. So this is Sandwash Pink here, and it's a really sort of light pinky shade, and here is Soft Rose, and I actually use Soft Rose a lot more than the other one because it's much more wearable for me, but I love these two a lot. I love the formula. I think they last really long, and they're definitely worth the investment. I figured I buy MAC lipsticks all the time, that I wanted to try something new, and I definitely don't regret it. The last lip colour is a Lancome lip colour, and I actually never have used a Lancome lipstick before, so this was quite exciting for me, and it's in the shade oops, it's on the lid here, it's in the shade Timeless Cream, and this was also on special on Strawberry Net. It's just the bottom one here, and yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my high-end haul, everyone. I'm sorry if the lighting gets really crap towards the end. It's because it's getting dark and I'm trying to get this video done as fast as possible. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.